Hi there, friends. I am here today to tell you about our absolutely wonderful American history program that we have been using. It is called All American History. We are doing volume 1 this year. We will do volume 2 next year. And then we will go back to the mystery of history for another 4-year cycle. But the All American History is from Bright Ideas Press, and it is a Christian perspective, but it is not a Christian spin on it. It's just factual history, if that makes any sense. So we really enjoy that it is written from a Christian perspective. We also really enjoy that it's very fact-based. There's a lot of amazing information in it. And for you moms of kids that are spread apart a little bit further than mine, both of mine are doing the junior version right now. But the same reading text is used across the board. So you can have children doing the junior version while you've got other children doing the regular version, which is geared more for the 6th to 12th grade range. And there is a teacher's guide and answer key that comes with it. It's really nice. But you have all the answers for the maps and the questions and everything, so you don't have to know everything. But there's a whole big section on maps, which I really like, because this also means that we get our geography studies in with our history studies. And I don't know about you, but life is just busy, and sometimes it's good to be able to combine subjects like that, and history and geography go together really well. And so we also, there are recommended extras, and one of them is Explorers Who Got Lost, and they do have activity guides that go with those. We are really enjoying this book. Even the pieces and parts of it that are not part of the All-American History Junior Studies, we really like those. So the timeline, and we're doing ours in folders. We're trying not to put stuff on the walls, and we are doing our timeline in here. And so each timeline section, these are supposed to hang across a little string. So the timeline actually just gives you the dates. So it's a very nice reference just to have the dates. And of course, volume 1 here goes through the explorers all the way up to the Jacksonians. So around the War of 1812 through James Polk, I believe, was the last president that was considered a Jacksonian. And then we have our All-American History, the explorers, and this is what their timeline looks like. These have pre-printed info cards that get glued on the inside. And again, these can be strung on the wall, but we're doing folder books. The other thing that I like about the folder book option too is even though in Georgia we are not required to keep a portfolio, I do like to have tidbits of the work that the boys do over the years. So this gives you a really good way to do that. There's also notebooking pages, and I generally fill these out for the boys. We just talk over it and fill them out, because they, neither one are very good at writing things down just yet. With the dysgraphia, Mr. Tita really does better typing things out or doing oral narration. There are coloring pages with the junior version. These are great if you have a really active kiddo who needs something to do while they are listening. That has worked really well for Mr. F there. And Mr. T has to kind of focus to pay attention, so they're very different. The teacher's guide for the junior version is printed here. It's a digital version, it's a PDF. You can print it if you want, you don't have to. I do try to stay off the computer or phone or any kind of electronic device while we're doing school, just because they are very distracting. But we have the All-American Junior plans. These are laid out super easy. It's literally, you open it and you go almost all the time. There's a couple times, where you need certain things like scissors or glue or whatever for your lessons. There are challenge cards that you can use, and there are the coloring pages, the folder books. There's a map pack, which is, you print out the maps and then they can trace where the maps go. There are the notebooking pages, and I like to keep those just so we can kind of do a quick review. And there is also a puzzle pack. It's got crosswords and things like that in it. We haven't done those yet. We kind of try to keep our lessons at 20 minutes, and we haven't had to do a whole lot of reviewing yet. Both the boys really enjoy history, and so they retain it very well. And so we can just kind of go back over it and verbally, and they do really well with that. But if you have students that need some extra reinforcement or just really enjoy that kind of learning, then there are those available. The timeline is awesome. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the setup. Each week is 4 lessons is how it's scheduled out here. You obviously can tweak that to work for your family. But so day 1, you discuss a vocabulary word, you do your readings, and everybody reads from the same book. It doesn't matter if you're doing the junior version or the regular version for your older students. Everybody reads from the same book, so you can knock this out for everybody at the same time. You go over your event section. Day 2, you go over another word. There's another reading. You go over the event section. It gives you bullet points. It tells you what you need to focus on, what you need to, kind of pull out for your students to remember the important parts. Day 3, you do your folder books. Day 4, you do challenge cards or a coloring page. You can draw your Viking ship. It gives you links to the additional activities. And it's really fun. It's very, very fun, very simple. It's very engaging. It's very well written. I am enjoying it, I think, almost as much as the boys are. And yes, I think, here we go. Here are the coloring pages. So there's a bunch. I mean, they go through all kinds of different things. And if you have more than one child that likes to color, obviously, because it's digital, you just print as many copies as you need. And then there's also a student activity book for older students. Because we're doing the junior version, we don't actually need that. We do have a copy because we accidentally got one, but I haven't looked through it, so I decided not to make it part of this video. I haven't looked through it in depth. I did peruse through it, and it looks really nice. But we, again, are very, very happy with everything that we've done through here. We did actually skip to the end and do some study on the Jacksonians because we took a field trip to Andrew Jackson's home, and you can learn more about that on the blog. And there's also a link that I will put in our caption, or it will be in our profile if you're watching this on IGTV, and it will take you straight to the Bright Ideas Press site where you can learn more about All-American history. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye.